Alright, you guys, welcome back to Into the Exoverse. Today, we're going to be talking about the spoilers of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Now, we both seen the movie. I seen the whole movie, and he's seen half of the movie. And we're going to be talking about the spoilers and our thoughts on it, knowing what we know now. Now, it starts out with the grandma, well, Janet Van Dyne, and she was still stuck in the quantum realm, like back in part 2, between part 1 and part 2 of Ant-Man, and she was fighting off the little blue monsters, and come to find out the person that saved her was Kang, and looked like he was on his last leg, and his ship was broken. So it starts out the movie. After that, what you call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It almost.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
The side of my eyes looked like you was laughing.
Oh no. Go ahead.
Anyway.
No, I'm listening.
It starts out with the Marvel logo. Then we have Scott basically narrating what happened and what went down between Endgame leading up till now, and he really made a come up after Endgame. Like how he saved the world, and he wrote it into a book. So he became really successful because he started out stealing, and he ended up going to jail. And he was basically beaten up. He was not beaten up, but he was like, he had to learn how to fight in jail as well. So he was taking on the biggest dude in jail. So, which came into play later on in the movie. You know why. Anyway. He became really successful off that book, and he made a lot of money, and Wasp ended up taking over her father's company.
Okay.
She was Wasp, which is Hope Van Dyne, and it kind of looked like they either about to get married or are married, but they kind of leave it open-ended. Then basically what he's saying is like, look out for the little guy in the movie. Then he gets a phone call. It's talking about his daughter's in jail, and he has to bail her out.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So basically, the reason why she was in jail.
Lord have mercy.
Yes. So the reason why she was in jail.
Lock him up. Lock him up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because after, like, of course, if everybody's been following the Avengers, in Infinity War, Thanos had won, and majority of the people got snapped away, which means that left a lot of people like either homeless or not without food or money. And they had to start from square one, with or without that person. So, majority of them became homeless. So she was basically kind of like started like a movement or something. And they never show it, which I wonder why. And she got arrested by the police, and because of that, she shrunk one of the police cars. Right when they was about to leave, the policeman said, "Give it back. I know you did it." And she tried to play dumb, and the father made her take the police car out of her pocket.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah, it looked exactly like Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels.
It was like, roo. He was like,
yeah.
Cause like I'm trying to figure out how they gonna grow that back. Like long after they go, he's still looking at his police car. How you gonna explain that to your officer?
Yeah.
But anyway, they was talking in the car, basically like a family in a way, and she basically was saying like you could have done better, and basically saying like what he just done in Avengers didn't mean anything. And basically,
being ungrateful.
yeah, more than
And it's being ungrateful is never enough.
it's never enough.
Not appreciated. Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
And then he happened to turn on the radio, and it just happened to be him talking, and they was low key cracking on him because he was like to hear himself talk on the radio about narrating his book. And they was talking about they had that one clip where he talking about the raccoon, a raccoon from space.
Oh, they was talking about Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
That was in the book.
Yeah.
In the chapter. So that was what was the name of the chapter? The raccoon.
Something like that.
The raccoon.
It is. Talking about how he got turned into a baby.
Oh, so he was begging.
he was kind of was begging himself in a way.
I got you. Go ahead.
And then they got to the house, and that's when they was kind of like having like a family dinner, but it was like pizza, and they took like a little 4-piece pizza, and Hank used a little growing thingy and put like one little drop on it, and it grew to like a 12-piece.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And he said, "I just saved y'all $8." He said, "You're welcome." And Scott said, "My hero."
Man, the pizza went up.
Yeah, they
Pizza
did.
not cheap no more.
Exactly.
It's not $5 no more. No.
That's why I use Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Right. I wish they had affiliate marketing because I could have sponsored it.
Yeah.
Because I've been using it like almost every other week. Anyway, back when they was talking, they kind of like Hank kind of let it slip that she's been in jail more than once.
Lock them up.
Yeah. So basically, she's an activist. That was the word I was trying to look for.
Activism. Okay.
Yeah. Freedom fighter.
So I'm done with you. From what though? You know, from what? Freedom fighter, like for what? Like who got you? Who trapping you?
Exactly.
Like, who
Exactly.
are you trying to escape from?
See, this is exactly why you need to watch the whole movie. Because you would have been laughing.
It don't make any sense.
But anyway, here's the
on,
part
man.
where everybody got pissed off.
Go ahead.
Okay, so after they was talking about it, the fact is the father got disrespected because they never told him about his daughter, like what's going on behind closed doors. And he was basically in the dark, and everybody else knew. So and then she threw a shot at him, saying like, "At least I do something that matters." I would be like, "Oh no."
Lock them up.
And then cut to it, she somehow know about the quantum realm all of a sudden. I don't know. I don't know.
Lock up the freedom fighters. Lock them up. Lock them up.
You.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, they disturbing the peace. Lock them up.
They gonna shrink the car.
All right. Send in the Hawk Buster. I'm sorry.
I'm Hulkbuster.
I'm sorry.
Since Iron Man gone,
I'm sorry.
what are they gonna do? Go to Wakanda and get the black version?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Go get the Power Ranger version.
It's time to wipe them out. Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah. So when the daughter was using a little space thing, she was using a homing device, but it was like for the quantum realm. So she used something like this. Yeah, it looked just like this. And this is like a projector, and it kind of shoots up in the sky, nightlight style. So Janet, which was kind of like the grandma in a way, she basically like shut it off, like turned it off, she just went crazy, bananas, and she was like yanking it out and stuff. Cause she was scared and frustrated, and emotions took over. Take note.
I get what you want. Just take note.
And then everybody stopped and looked at her like, "What's going on with you?" And she was like, "I don't want to talk about it." And then next thing you know, the thing lit up by itself, and then like a blue blast just knocked everybody out, and then sucked everybody else in. And they got the little nanotech suits, kind of like with Iron Man. I don't know how they got the technology. I don't know. Iron Man probably signed something to them before he passed in Endgame. I don't know. Because it looks awfully familiar to Ant-Man's nanotech. To Iron Man's nanotech. But, they in the quantum realm. The daughter and Ant-Man are together while Janet, Hank, and Hope are separated. Yeah, they're together, separated, and Ant-Man and the daughter are together as well. It's like they're both separated into two groups. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, Janet turned into secret super spy, had a little hood on, like nobody can see her what she doing, and she like is like telling Hope and Hank to like don't move, stand there in a tree while the body scan of the Kang's police cronies came in the little sky, try to scan over everything. Then she's basically saying like you gotta like lay low and stuff, and they still left in the dark about what Janet is trying to keep secret and stuff. Next thing you know, Ant-Man and them are trying to find Hope in them. Meanwhile, Ant-Man gotta fight this big sun looking thing with tentacles, and then the big pink tongue looking monster ate the sun thing. So they start running, and then the pink thing was chasing after them. Just before it was about to get them, the freedom fighters came and saved them. But they got arrested. They all cornered them and stuff. Then after that, they sent them back to the tribe, and they made them drink red Kool-Aid. It almost looked like blood for a minute, but it looked like Kool-Aid / Jello / red pudding. I don't know. And they made them drink that just to speak their language, because they need to move the movie along. So it was kind of like a cheap way to have the movie go faster. And the budget was low, and they basically were making like little comedy things about holes. The little pink thing talking to Scott about holes and stuff. Like that was a whole 3 minutes talking about some holes. Like, where does your hole come out of? Then the black dude, he seemed more interesting out of all of them. Because I want to know what's his story. He just looked like a caretaker or something, or somebody's father. But got a female He-Man over here calling the shots in a way. Meanwhile, they was about to kind of like get rid of him, and that's when Cassie said, "What about Janet?" And she happened to notice that, and they like, "What are you talking about, Janet?" And they're saying like, "Yeah, Janet, like she's down here with us, and like you shouldn't be here. Like Kang is looking for you guys. Like he's bad news." And come to find out, as she was talking, that's when Kane's cronies came in, and up popped up MODOK. Yeah, the audience's disappointments. Yeah, that was crazy. It still looks like his face got squashed in a TV screen and slapped on the little machine for MODOK. And how his little backstory was so stupid and funny at the same time.
It was. It was. MODOK.
He's like,
Darren?
don't go by that name anymore. My name is MODOK. I'm like, I'm not buying this.
Man.
Anyway.
What happened to you? Oh, God. Man, the grandpa, man, he was like, what happened to you? He's like, oh. Boy, I was salty, bro. Darren was salty.
Yeah, because he was trying to kill Hank, man, because he still had some vengeance left.
Oh, God. Darren.
Oh.
He just, how they say his name.
Oh.
His
What
head,
happened?
bro. His head, bro. I see you got little baby legs.
The way he be swinging his legs up. That's what's up. Anyway, cut to it. Janet's group, Janet and Hope's and Hank group, they went to the casino where they meet cameo Bill Murray, and basically booty call number one. She thought that Bill was gonna help her, didn't help, so they ended up having to fight their way out of there. The monster took over. I don't know if Bill Murray got killed or not. Last time we seen him, he got thrown down somewhere.
He did, bro.
Yeah, I think he gone. Because you don't see him no more in the movie. Maybe they might put him back in the sequel. I don't know. Anyway, long story short, we go to Ant-Man and Ant-Man and Cassie getting arrested. That's where they meet Kane. Kane basically turns into Darth Vader in a way. Like, he starts off as convincing, and he used a little force and stuff to like pull up Ant-Man and Cassie off their legs and stuff. And about to pull them all apart. I was like, what? I'm like, he almost looked like Darth Vader a little bit. Yeah. So basically, he said, "You will give me what you want. You will give me what I want, Ant-Man." And at first, he denied, and he kind of like persuaded him. Said, "Basically, I'm gonna, exterminate your daughter if you don't do what I say." I can't say what I really want to say because of YouTube. So, cuckoo.
Well, proceed, bro.
Anyway.
Proceed, man.
So he does what he's told. He walks down to this.
What's wrong, man?
You can't that look, but I said that he does what he's told.
Because I'm tired of it.
They walk off to this little cliff and stuff.
Exile. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then he hops down this little chute thing where the little big ball of
12 years of slavery.
looked like Sunny D. Looked like a huge ball of Sunny D and gray wires.
Go ahead, man. I know what you're talking about, man. I know.
Then he went all the way down in there, and that's where he like see like different versions of himself. You're like, wait, what?
That was
Like
funny, man.
one was bigger than him, and one was dressed up in Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, man, had the little pink shirt.
Now that was my favorite
that was
part of the
funny,
movie.
Man. That was funny.
That was like the best part of the movie.
That was funny
for me. And like he had to like control his all of his versions of him.
Possibilities.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was possibilities.
Variants, clones, minions, whatever. But anyway, he had to like control them like ants, and they had to work together in order to get that thing.
Yeah, because they all had one purpose.
Yeah. And they was like, at first...
to save his daughter.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that was his motivation.
Yeah, Darren was like, how's he doing that?
Right, because that was his motivation.
Yep, they all they want to say they baby.
Yep.
Yeah. Kang! From the black man. No, go ahead. Go, no. I can't, man.
I can't say the same for Janet, but
I can't do it, man. I gotta save my daughter from this black man. I'm good. No, go ahead.
Wow.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Then Wasp came in because like she happened to pick up on Ant-Man's signal and she went to save him. And she kind of split into 2 and 4 and 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, she did.
And basically, Janet was saying that, like, don't pay attention to them. They're not the real. All right, hey you guys, I am so sorry. My brother had to step out for a minute. Also, our camera died and the storage went out. So that is why you see a lot of cuts throughout the video. So I'm gonna try to finish the video as much as I can without it cutting off on me. So, so where I left off is Wasp was going through the realm trying to save Scott, as she was seeing different versions of herself, and Janet was saying, "Don't worry about that. Worry about getting Scott out of there, because those versions of yourself are not the real you." So they got him out of there. They succeeded, and basically Scott was like, where's my daughter? And Kang, usually the villain, kind of double crossed him. So they fought, and he put out Ant-Man and Wasp. They laying down on the ground, slumped. So Kang went on to make the building that he wanted. Well, make the ship. Work on making the ship and the like a bigger fortress or something like that. And then after that, the grandpa was fighting MODOK, and he crashed, and the ants went to come to his rescue because they had the little controlling device in his the little helmet and the antennas and stuff. I was like, okay, so crazy. Now it's towards the end of the movie. Ant-Man is furious and he wants to see his daughter, and he's basically saying, Kang, we had a deal. Cassie breaks out, what's her name? Yeah, we're just gonna call her, what's a good name for her? Yeah, freedom fighter, angry freedom fighter. Yeah, angry freedom fighter. That's what we're gonna call her. Yeah, she breaks out angry freedom fighter, and she asked her for the help. So she was reluctant because she doesn't really know her all like that. So convinced her. They break out. She's testing her abilities and stuff. MODOK chases her, tries to kill her, this and that. And all of a sudden she grows big, shocker. She basically beats up MODOK. Is basically saying, don't be a dick. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to be? I'm like, what in the world is this? This just went left immediately. It's just, what happened? Anyway, it leads to the big climax where Ant-Man and the gang duke it out with Kang. And just when you think all is lost, Hank brings in the big ants and they try to take down Kang, and MODOK comes through the force field talking about I'm not a dick, and basically Kang kills MODOK, and the big ants overtook Kang, and you thought he was gone, but he comes back later. So MODOK basically on his last leg, coughing up spit, coughing up blood and stuff, and basically he's crying, basically kind of apologizing in a way, because like he basically wanted to be like Scott. That's all he wanted, and Hank never really accepted him like that, and because he was too far gone. And basically he was asking Scott if he was an Avenger, and Scott just said, "Yeah, you're an Avenger." Yeah, because he would feel crappy. Just his dying moments just denying him. So, so he died. He's gone. Next, they try to get up out the realm. Um, Kang happens to come through, and just as they were going through the realm, Ant-Man pushes them out, so that way it could be just them two one on one. He tried to make sure everybody else got out safely, and it kind of the portal kind of shut on him while they were fighting, so he couldn't get out. And they was really duking it out, and yeah, I was rooting for Ant-Man, and then you kind of was rooting for Kang in a way. It's like you kind of don't want none of them to die, but somebody has to go. So Wasp came in and stepped in, and they kind of double teamed Kang, and they took Kang down. And he got sent to another realm or something like that, to another multiverse or quantum realm, and Cassie was able to bring them back magically through science. And then happily ever after, Kang, for what we know, Kang is gone. Scott narrates again, and then he questions himself, saying, like, did I do the right thing and stuff? And he's basically saying, everything's fine. Or is it? And then it leaves you wondering. And basically throughout the movie, well, the end of the movie, he keeps on seeing different colors that resemble Kang, and he's like really trying to question himself, like, is this the last we've seen of him? And that's how the movie ends. Next, we got the post-credit scenes. The post-credit scene starts out with multiple different Kangs, and it could really open up to something spectacular. Then we got something leading into Loki season 2, where you got a Frederick Douglass version of Kang, or whatever you call it. It kind of looked like Frederick Douglass to me, but it could be somebody else. But to put it all simply, John said he liked it. I liked it to a certain extent. I would give it, knowing what I know now, I would give it a 6 out of 10. 6.5. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, I kind of wish they kept the old Cassie. Like, we never got a chance to see her acting chops. Because, like, I got a funny feeling it would have been a lot different if they had her instead of this one that we had. But hopefully they do better next time. So, he said 8.7 out of 10. And I would say 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, it took all the excitement and joy that I used to have for Avengers out of it. So that's going to be it for today. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. We'll see you next time. Peace.